Alrighty, same title, same section, just day 2. Alright, so same kind of problems and stuff. Directions will also mean the same thing. Alright, the only difference is going to be this. Solve using the square root property, which means we're going to, the left side already factors. Okay, so we don't have to worry about doing the actual complete the square process. So the left side factors, so x squared minus 10x plus 25. You want two numbers, multiply to 25 and add to negative 10, which is going to be what? Multiply to 25, add to negative 10. Lucy, negative 5. So negative 5, 20 squared equals 27. After that, you take a square root. Okay. Now, still cancels out here. All right, so x minus 5 equals. The only issue is this. What's on the right-hand side? Now, not just 27, but what? The square root of 27. And what is the square root of 27? Uh-oh. Well, you don't. Don't even say it. It's a decimal, right? It's a decimal number. And do I like decimals? No, I hate decimals. Okay. So, how do we break this up? That's not simplified, so we have to do something to it. Factor how? Factor tree. Good. Factor tree. Okay. So 27 is factor trees. So 9 and 3. 9 goes 3 and 3, and you want pairs. So 3 comes out. And then what does this 3 do? He does what? He stays inside, right? Okay, remember that from Algebra 1, geometry. Okay. So the difference today is you're going to have unperfect square roots, essentially. That's really the only difference. Okay, so you have to throw that step in there. Now, what does not change is how many answers do you get? 2 every time, 2. And every time it was plus whatever's on the right side, and then one that is minus what's on the right side. So we still have to set that one up. So we have the plus 3 square root 3. So we need to set up x minus 5 equals negative 3 square root 3. Both times to solve, you add 5. Okay, which leaves you with x equals. Now, are these like terms? The 3, red 3, and the 5, are those like terms? Can you add those up? No. Okay, I see some shaking heads. So you just literally take it and you write it as 5 plus 3 square root 3. And that is a good answer, Clark. The other one, x equals 5 minus 3 square root 3. You box that, and that's a good answer. Alright, so x squared minus 6x plus 9 goes x minus 3 squared equals 32. Take the square root. Now, you can either figure out what the square root of 32 simplifies right there in the problem. You can do it off to the side, however you want to do it in your work. It doesn't matter to me, okay? I kind of do it off to the side just because I'm a little OCD about my work being nice and lined up, okay? I'm crazy, I know. All right, 32, how does it factor tree out? 8 and 4, okay? All right, let's do 8 first. 8 goes how? 2 and 4, and then 4 goes 2 and 2. How does 4 go over here? 2 and 2. All right. No wrong way to do a factor tree, by the way. There is, as long as assuming you have all your numbers right. Okay. There is a wrong way, making 32, 8, and 5. But as long as you're all correct, what's the other? What was the shortest way you could do? Anybody know? What was the shortest factor tree on 32?
16.
And 2. Because how does 16 go? No. 4 and 4. And there's your one pair of. There's your pair. Right there. Okay. Or you could do 8 and 4, which I noticed a lot of you did, which is totally okay. But you have 2 pairs of 2s, so when you pull them out, you have a 2 and then a 2, so you have to multiply them together to give you 4. Okay. So square root of 32 goes 4 rad 2. 1 positive. 1 negative. Add 3 over to both times, so x equals 3 plus 4 square root 2. X equals 3 minus 4 square root of 2.
So if you get rid of root, you will only
Whatever doesn't have a partner. See how this fifth 2 here is left out?
Yeah.
So he stays inside.
Okay.
All right? Or this first 1, 2, since he doesn't have a buddy. Whenever you do your factor trees, get them down to all your prime factors of a number, and then whatever doesn't have pairs. Yeah. F word. Does not. Other one. Yeah, that one. Factor. Okay. Your left side, when it says solve by completing the square, it means it does not factor. Okay. So first step, whenever it's completing the square, you do what? Add 12. There you go. So x squared plus 2x, leave some space, equals 12. All right. What do you divide by 2? 2. 2 divided by 2 gives you 1. And then you square it. So 1 squared gives you 1 here. And then you
multiply it by 12.
not multiply.
Add.
Add. There you go. Okay. Good. All right. So the left side becomes 2, or x, plus 1 squared equals 13. Okay, which is prime, exactly. So your factor tree on 13, you don't even need to worry about. You still take square root of both sides. Okay, so square root. So x plus 1 equals square root of 13. X plus 1 equals negative square root 13. And then to solve it, what do? Subtract 1 over. Good. Make sure you let that sign be seen. Okay, so x equals negative 1 plus square root 13 as one of your answers. X equals negative 1 minus square root 13 as the other. Okay. So, solve by completing the square. So we have to subtract the 2 over first, this 2 here. Okay, we all did that pretty well. So we get x squared plus 2x equals negative 2. Okay? Now, that shouldn't set off any red flags yet because we've had negatives over here before. Alright? Now, completing the square. So we divide b by 2. So 2 divided by 2 gives us 1. And then we square 1, which gives us 1. So plus 1 here. What do we do to the other side?
Add
What?
1.
Add 1.
Negative 1.
So left side factors. X plus 1 squared equals negative 1.
And then square root.
Square root both sides. Good. Okay, which gives us x plus 1 equals something. X plus 1 equals a negative something. Question is, what is that something? Nope.
Square root of I.
No.
Negative I.
No.
Is it have to do with I?
Yes.
I squared.
No.
2I.
No. 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 You guys are going to hate yourselves when you actually say the right answer.
Negative square root of I.
No.
0.
Nope.
1.
I.
Said I.
Nuh-uh. You said everything around I. You didn't. Nobody said it. Just I. The square root of -1 is I. Pulling out some 4.4 for you. Square root of -1, I. Okay? That's the positive case. So the negative case would be the negative of that. So then x plus 1 equals -I. So that's why I couldn't give you a -I, because it's just I. Okay? Not quite. All right? Does that make sense? So that's the other part where this can be a little difficult, because they're going to throw the i's in there with you. All right? So today on homework, you're going to have 2 new cases. You're going to have the case where they don't break up evenly. You're going to have the case where they might break up evenly or might not, but there's i's involved. All right? So all you do is just take that square root, that negative out, write it as an I. Okay? We've done that before. There's another one like it coming up here. If it's square root of -1, yeah, it's just I. All right? So here, finish it off, subtract 1 from both, so x equals -1 plus I. That's one of your solutions. The other one, x equals -1 minus I as your other.
Can you write that out?
What's that? First step is what? Subtracting 22. Okay. Subtract 22, you get x squared plus 8x. Leave space equals -22. 8 divided by 2 gives you 4. Square 4, you get 16. So a plus 16 here, a plus 16 here. Okay. So the left-hand side becomes what? Everybody's pretty much got this one. X
X plus 4
x plus 4.
equals
Oh, forgot one thing.
squared.
Squared, good. Equals -6. Okay. How many got to there? All right, most everybody. Okay. Now, from there, you do what?
Square root.
Square root.
Oh, I did this.
All right. So that gives you x plus 4 equals. Now, the square root of -6. Over here to the side. Can you factor tree it out? No. But there's one thing in there that you got to take care of, and that is what? The negative. And to fix that, all you have to do is write it as I for square root of 6. I first, square root second. Okay? And how many of those do you need? You need 1? Well, you need 2, but 1 what and 1 what? One positive, 1 negative. So x plus 4 equals positive I square root 6. X plus 4 equals negative I square root 6. What's your last step? No.
X equals -4.
There you go. So,
Plus I square root 6.
there you go. Subtract 4. That's what I was getting to. Okay, subtract 4 from everything, all right? So it's, as Stovey was saying, x equals -4 plus I square root 6. X equals -4 minus I square root 6.